Well, good evening. Good evening. How are you? How are you?
How are you? How are you? How are you?
It's a pleasure to welcome you here to the film festival.
It's 2 for Tuesday.
It is 2 for Tuesday, episode 113.
You know, you always say it like it's the most amazing number ever, and then you chuckle. Because it is always the biggest number it's ever been.
Done this. I know. It's amazing how that keeps happening. Our 140th and 141st movie.
It is unbelievable.
It's a lot of movies. That's a lot.
And if anybody wants to be a guest tonight, tonight's the night, because there's going to be a lot of openings, I think. Because we're on Tuesday, a few people couldn't make it.
Yep.
So
I think at least one of our movies is going to be a movie you've seen. So if you're like, oh, I can't keep up, I didn't get to watch the movie. But one of our movies, I think, is pretty likely that most of the people probably have seen. So might have some comments, be able to chime in a little bit. But Dan, what if I don't want to call in? What if I just would like to just type on my computer? Is that an option?
You can do that too. You just write on the whatever you're watching on right now. We've got coughing. We've got people on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So
comments,
wherever you are,
and we'll read your comments. We'll share your comments. We'll chuckle with you.
Yes, maybe a guffaw.
Couple of chuckleheads.
Yes.
All right. So it's easy. But EriDan Live, if you'd like to join to be part of the conversation.
Yes.
Good.
And we will make fun of your comments, as someone in the peanut gallery has already said.
As we should. But we should bring some people in.
Adam has to be out by 6 tonight. So hopefully, yes, we will. And I have to be out early too. I've got a Meet the Playwrights night for a play that I wrote that was selected for a festival. So I've got to leave to go do that.
That was a lot. That was a very complicated sentence. You shared a lot there.
Mouthful.
So we're gonna do a lot tonight. We're gonna go through 2 movies. We're gonna do the wheel for next week's movie. We're gonna pick a TV show for the end of the month. We have lots to do. Let's bring people.
One ring to the moon. One ring.
It's Brittany.
It is. It's Brittany.
It is. There's only one of you, though. Thank the Lord.
So many more screens and action happening behind you. It looks like you're at an arcade.
There's a ring behind me too. Actually, funny enough,
there is.
There is.
Yeah.
We're getting ready. We do our Hobbit Lord of the Rings marathon in September for my birthday, so we're just getting a little excited.
Wow, that's very exciting. And the new TV show is coming out. We'll have to talk about that later.
Wait. Before we go, when is your birthday?
September 6th.
Oh, okay, I'm the end of August, so we'll be doing a whole birthday month thing since we're in my birthday month.
Nice. I wish I got a whole birthday month.
Yeah, well,
I gotta share with my kid now, so
we have this show, so it starts tonight.
Yeah, let's do it. Happy birthday early. Happy birthday.
Thank you. See how it works.
So
speaking of birthdays,
really. There's Brian.
Hey. I don't know if that's Brighter Man.
Brighter Man, that's what it says.
Does whatever a brighter can.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. I had a little busy kind of day today, so I was a little bit late, but I made it. So
we're glad you made it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited.
You're making it? No, I have no idea. The man responsible for our movie choices of the evening, Dave. How are you?
I'll take the credit and/or blame as the need may be.
It's the Rocketeer and Beauty and the Beast.
That's a real mashup there.
I guess
I showed the ampersand.
Beauty and Beast.
We're watching the Rocketeer and Beauty, and then we're watching the movie The Beast.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, that's what Eric said.
I did kind of say that, but that's all right. We're going to dive in because we have so much to do tonight, and we're going to start with the Rocketeer, right? Is that the decision? I think that was the decision.
That was the thought.
An ordinary man forced to become an extraordinary hero. Phil Campbell, Alan Arkin, Jennifer Connelly, Paul Sorvino, Timothy Dalton, and Terry O'Quinn.
With hair.
Joe Johnson, and screenplay Danny Bilson and Paul DiMeo. I like some DeMeo. I don't know. $40 million budget, $47 million worldwide gross. Rotten Tomatoes not showing a lot of love. 66 and 65 over at Rotten Tomatoes, if anybody cares. But
I think it's one of those films that if you like this kind of film, you like it, and if you don't, you don't.
Aren't most movies like that?
Yeah.
Like I know people who like The Godfather, even though they don't like gangster films. Just
Okay.
'cause it's such a great movie.
Point taken. Point taken.
So what kind of movie is this?
It's a
What
pulp
are you
movie.
classifying as this type of movie?
It's a pulp movie.
Comic book.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of
a
thing.
graphic novel made into a movie.
Okay. And why did you choose this movie for us?
Well, I mean, the initial impetus was Paul Sorvino. I just went looking for movies that he was in that, as I mentioned earlier before we started this, Sorvino is a great character actor, but a lot of movies he's in, as great as he has a very small role.
Yeah.
And this one, he had a bit more meat, and I thought he had a very fun role in it. And plus, it's a movie I've always enjoyed. It's not a classic. It's not going to go on anyone's top 100 list or anything, but I think it accomplishes what it tries to do.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
And you're making me hungry for dinner. You're talking about meat and rolls, and there's just so much.
And I also think that the period, the way they did the period piece of it, and the set direction and the costuming and all that, I thought worked beautifully well. And plus the rocket, the way that thing was designed looks so cool.
Yeah.
Very steampunkish.
I
It was
also
very
love,
steampunkish.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I love when the thing that burned up was a vacuum cleaner.
That was cute. And also the scene where they first launched it reminded me a lot of in Iron Man when he's first trying out his suit and he's hovering. And
I did get strong Iron Man vibes from this, although this predated Iron Man by 18 years. But I did get a lot of that feeling of the experimental,
Well, it's Howard Hughes too. So you have the rich,
Yeah.
They say that Tony Stark was sort of Howard Hughes-ish. And his dad's name was Howard, wasn't it? Howard Stark?
That is
Howard
correct.
Stark,
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Terry O'Quinn, the reason I said it was wild seeing him with hair is he, of course, is John Locke on the TV show Lost. And when I first saw him, I was like, wait, why does that guy look so familiar?
I couldn't place it. All right.
And Billy Campbell was Bill Campbell in this movie. Because I guess when he doesn't have a beard, he's Bill Campbell. When he has the beard, he's Billy Campbell.
well,
Well,
honestly, there were a few bad things. I mean, I thought the prosthetics on Lothar looked bad.
They look
Oh,
so
gosh, yes.
bad.
Oh yeah, no, that Lothar didn't work.
And when he was like swinging into the dirigible, I was like just like the dummy. It was
If only Andre the Giant would have been available.
right.
Cast him, and it would have been great.
But the one
Yeah.
fun thing about that though is it was played by the actor. If you've watched Police Squad, Al, whose head never appears because he's too tall to fit in frame, it's the same actor.
Oh, well, there you go. So Rebecca, of course, says she saw some Marty McFly and Doc vibes. I could see that.
Yep.
Alan Arkin being the Doc character. And Adam says this movie's an underrated movie. He didn't think Disney knew how to promote this movie.
I thought Alan Arkin was excellent in it.
Mhm.
Back-to-back Arkins. I mean, come on.
And this is our third Jennifer Connelly movie.
What other ones did you watch?
I was
What
gonna
a
say
beautiful mind.
Beautiful Mind and Dark City.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. Yes.
See, I swear you're gonna say Labyrinth for some reason. I was expecting it, but
We have never done Labyrinth. That is
all right.
that's on the table.
So if you remember that I mentioned many months ago that a friend of mine had a microphone collection that he was getting rid of, and he gave me a few.
Mhm.
Look at this one. Is this like,
Whoa!
I mean, isn't this from the movie
Nice.
practically?
It looks like it, man.
Pretty much.
Beautiful. That is. That looks very.
Especially that fin.
Yeah.
Hello,
I like
hello. This is my favorite. I mean, if you only gave me one, this would be the one.
That's
So
fantastic.
I have obviously seen this before, and clearly Adam has seen it before. Is anyone else here? Have they seen it before?
I swore I'd seen this before and apparently confused it with something else because I had
You probably Rocket Man, right?
Maybe Rocket Man or
Yeah, I
Iron
don't-
Giant or something.
Yeah. I like I said, I had a busy day and I haven't finished it yet, but I loved what I saw so far. It's I like it a lot. I like the
Yeah.
period, like you said. And the only thing that I didn't like, I was really upset for some reason in the very beginning. He's flying that plane, right? And that chase scene, and then the guy shoots the plane, and I was like, yes. They're showing like gas leaking from when it shot, but then the car rams into the other one and it blows up, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that
Rocket.
doesn't happen.
Yeah. Airline fuel doesn't do that.
Yeah,
There were moments where it felt a little bit like movie of the week, right? Little like made for TV movie. This, for me at least.
Yeah.
At times it would dip into that and then dip back. You know.
Some
I
of them
never
they ran
got
out of
that
budget.
vibe.
They got more budget. They ran out of budget. They got
I
more
did.
budget.
It clearly had almost a, parts of it almost harkened back to Disney's Kurt Russell era, with just that feel of it. Not the look, but the feel of it. Just pulpish, over the top.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little Tim Conway, Don Knotts, Apple Dumpling Gang feel.
Oh, I love that movie.
I mean, I do too. I haven't
First
seen that
saw it
in
at the
forever.
Super 51 in Chippewa.
Yep.
Primarily, it was Timothy Dalton's mustache that bothered me the most.
Oh, that was
My name
that was
is-
quite the stash.
Montoya.
What about his long hair? In
Yeah,
that?
it definitely had a very Inigo Montoya feel.
Yeah, the hair. Too.
I did. I know,
Yeah,
like
with
when
it,
he's
yes.
playing with the swords. Yes,
Yes,
I was
like,
expecting it to say that.
yeah.
Princess Bride.
A lot of that and very little James Bond.
Very
Yeah.
little James Bond.
Very,
Richard says he really enjoyed this one actually, and he's a Jennifer Connelly fan. Don't tell
Uh-oh.
Brittany.
Oh no, we won't tell. Don't worry.
Markin is Jewish comedy gold. Wait a minute. Is he allowed to say that? Can't go wrong with either of these actors. That's true.
He said he was the number 3 box office star in 1938 when it took place. That would have put him only behind Shirley Temple and Clark Gable.
He's a little bit of both, really.
Well, the hair is more Shirley Temple, yeah.
Yes, and the mustache is more Clark Gable. So there you go.
Wow.
But I did think this is an underappreciated movie. I agree with Adam there.
Yeah, this is a movie that I actually I will watch again.
Wow.
And they had planned this to be a trilogy, at least the writers had, but it didn't. I mean, it didn't lose money, but it didn't make enough money.
enough to
Plus, the
justify
director had a very contentious relationship
Right.
with Disney, so that just didn't happen.
And then they did a cartoon version.
They did. I saw that on Disney.
We watched
yeah.
part of the first episode. Oh man,
Was it bad?
it was really bad.
Oh. We noticed that too, and I was like, "Is this related? Is it totally
It is
unrelated?"
definitely related. It's a follow on to the movie in its own kid friendly way.
Well, these two movies, both movies tonight, had live action versions and they had cartoon versions.
It's true, just in opposite orders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
actually
that's-
looked up because I don't know, for like the longest time I was thinking that like actual jetpacks were not like a thing that they can actually do nowadays, but I was like behind on that because apparently they have them and that you can rent them and stuff, and I was surprised.
We also have to remember too, in 38, this is where Wade should really be here. In 38, there weren't even jet planes yet. It was all props. So something like that would have been just mind blowing.
And
Yeah.
when he turned his car into a jet car and he's like,
That was cute.
Yeah.
and
Yes,
put it neutral.
cartoony. Yeah,
Oh,
that was fun.
that was a little Roadrunner like. Yeah.
It was there was definitely some cheese to some of the parts of this movie,
Oh yeah.
but
cheese-
it was
cheese
cute.
tastes
I
good.
actually, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd never seen it before, and at first, I watched like the 2-minute trailer thing on Disney before we watched it, and I was like, do I really have to watch this one? I will. But like then I sat down and watched it, and I was like, I'm really glad we did this. Like the baby sat through the whole thing, like didn't
Oh.
make a sound, like watched the whole movie with us, and
All right.
I was like, okay, well,
What's for school?
I also love the theme because it's used in other movies. Is it True Lies? That's a Schwarzenegger movie or not? Or is it? I don't remember. It's one of the Schwarzenegger films where they have the rail guns, and they're having the big shootout at the wharf, and it's the same thing where the crooked Union guy at the wharf who's been ripping everybody off and charging everybody. It's like, well, I may be a crook, but I'm 100% American kind of thing, where the cops and the crook team up to get rid of the evil terrorists or the Nazis or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, it sounds like pretty much people are in agreement. Do we want to jump into scoring this one since we have so much to accomplish?
I'm good.
Tonight? Good. All right, let's do it. All right.
So wait for my head to get big.
There you go. Bigger than it already is.
Yep, it's getting huge.
Wow.
But I'll start talking. Yeah, I mean, I obviously recommended this movie because I enjoy it, so I'm certainly not going to give it a bad score. There are a few weak things, like I said, about the prosthetics, and a few of the scenes did over-cheese it a touch. But I just enjoy it. It's not a movie with high ambition. It's not trying to be an art film. It's not trying to win any awards. It's just trying to be a good old-fashioned, beat the Nazis, slightly superhero-ish fun film. And I think it accomplishes that in spades, and I give it an 89.
An 89.
Woo-hoo.
Speaking of 89, we have someone else to join us, Eric.
Oh, I just missed your transition there. Hold on. Wait, I got so many buttons. Why are there so many buttons?
Madam Librarian.
And Brian will go next, but Stacey's here.
I can't.
Hi, Stacey.
Yeah.
Hello, Stacy. Be careful.
driving.
Hello.
I can't score it. I haven't finished it yet. I only got
Okay.
halfway through. So.
All right, all right,
But
Fair
I
enough.
would have given it in the 80s for what I've seen so far.
all right.
Me. I
Sydney.
like this movie. It was cute. It was a lot of fun. It was better than I thought it would be. I would watch it again. 89.
All right, that was easy. Stacey, did you watch it?
I did.
And
Lot
what do you
of
think of
fun. Can you hear
the
me?
Rocketeer?
Yes, we
Yep.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I did watch it, and I had never seen it before, and I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed it in spite of the cheesiness, and I missed all of your stuff because I am at work driving. But yeah, I gave it an 87. Oh, sorry, bad road.
Oh, an 87.
Yes, an 87.
All
There's a
right.
lot of planes. A
87
lot of
children.
planes in it.
It did
Yes.
have that. My mom has mahjong this evening, or book club, so she's not able to join us. And then she's heading over to the library for the Meet the Playwrights night that I'm doing. So I'll see her in person tonight. But she gave me the scores for both movies, and she gave this one an 80.
Nice.
She said she did like it, and she gave it an 80. Like I said, I really, really like this a lot more. Again, it was one of those, like, I saw this, and then I'm watching going, I don't think I ever saw this. And I love movies that start with some action right off the bat, and it's like, what's going on? And I do want to watch it again. So I'm going to go with an 88. We're class of 88 and 88 miles an hour.
So much love happening here.
Rebecca
There
says, sorry. She gives it a 69. It took itself too seriously.
No, it didn't take itself seriously.
Oh, wait. I don't think this movie took itself seriously. Oh, yeah. Yet it wasn't funny to me. Okay, I got you. And then Ninja Fingers. Why am I trying to drag it over there? Great movie from the 90s. What it lacked, it reflected in its age and budget, but I enjoyed it anyway. 79.
There we go.
So we have Adam and Eric still.
Yeah, we have not heard from Adam yet. I'm with Rebecca on this one. I honestly,
Oh,
it just didn't work for me. It was okay. It was fine. I think maybe if I was watching it purposely, like when my kids were younger, for them, maybe I don't know. It just for me, it wasn't there. It was okay, but the cheesiness kind of, I don't know. It didn't click. And this is my kind of, movie-ish, but I don't know. I had no love. I ended up at a 68.
It had to be the lowest.
I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm all alone in that. Well, me and Rebecca are all alone in that. Well, we'll see what Adam has to say. But we all know that he's super busy, so we don't know if we'll hear from him shortly. So,
Oh wait, here he is.
oh,
I mean, this is a super fun movie, and I said before, very underrated. 90.
Yep.
Whoa.
The highest score comes from Adam.
How about that?
This might be the highest score Adam's ever given to a non-Adam movie. I think we have to check with the archivist to find out that's true. But
I'll dig into that after we start talking about our next movie. So let's jump into the next movie, and
Which will be nobody's first time.
But
better not be.
I don't know. You never know. It could be. All right, Beauty and the Beast, 1991, the most beautiful love story ever told. A bunch of people and Angela Lansbury. All right, $25 million budget, $440 million at the box office. Critics 94%, the audience a 92%.
When you've got David Ogden Stiers and Robbie Benson, it's not all nobodies besides Angela Lansbury.
I'm nothing against David. He's wonderful. But all right.
And Jerry Orbach. Yeah, Jerry Orbach.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a pleasant cast. Actually, I believe the people who've done the Beauty and the Beast voices have appeared at Pittsburgh's Steel City Con before.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If you're big fans of them, you could go and hear them talk, I guess. All right. Well, it's a classic. Is it? I don't know.
Well, it already came up. The comparisons to the live action remake are inevitable.
Yeah.
One thing, and the live action remake is not among the worst of the live action remakes Disney's done. It has some things going for it, but one thing I never understood is why in the live action when they changed the bow and arrows to guns, because to me
the gun lobby, that's why.
that took it. It felt, even though they'd say it takes place in France, it still feels like a fantasy. It feels like a timeless, placeless movie. And as soon as you put guns in it and Gaston shooting at him with pistols, it takes it out of that for me. It leaves the fantasy realm and becomes too real world. And I don't know why they made that change.
Didn't he have a gun in the beginning, though?
Well, there's even a brief scene where Cogsworth, when they're fighting off the villagers, Cogsworth appears with a pistol for about 2 seconds. But it doesn't.
When they're in the bar scene, he's shooting off his gun in the bar.
Sure, but that's the comic relief scene. It did, for some reason, that didn't pull me out the way that it did in the live action one.
That's fair.
I don't know why. It just
didn't watch the live action one. I
haven't seen it either.
I did not enjoy the live action at all. I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Was it possible that anybody actually prefers the live action? Because I understand this upcoming generation has a love of the live action version.
But see, the live action stuff that Disney's done, some of them are pretty good.
Some of them are so good, and then some of them are just.
Jungle Book is bad.
I don't know which ones are good.
See, I didn't mind the Jungle Book. I didn't mind.
Aladdin.
I like Aladdin.
Aladdin was okay, but like I wouldn't like. I love the cartoon. The cartoon is like, yeah, Aladdin's was okay,
but I think the thing that helped those ones like Aladdin and Mulan and stuff was that they kind of separated them a little bit. Like they gave them extra storylines, or
but they didn't
made
sing
them
in Mulan
different enough that you could view it as its own thing. Where like Beauty and the Beast and like the Lion King, they try to do like almost word for word, and then the parts that weren't word for word, just I hated the Lion King. It was terrible. It was not good.
To me, the big thing about this movie, the big thing about this movie is Howard Ashman's lyrics, and I think when he passed away, Disney lost so much. Because Tim Rice filling in on Aladdin and doing the additional songs, and Tim Rice is a great lyricist. I have no complaints with Tim Rice, but it doesn't have that feel. There's a humor and a cleverness and a wit that's in Ashman's lyrics that I haven't really heard for the most part from Disney since.
Right.
Adam says it best. All the live action Disney remakes were garbage. Wow. Should have left the animated ones alone. Leave it alone.
Oh, but those are the remakes actually have brought in so much more money for them that
Well,
Well, because it's all of
your
us who
first
grew up
was
watching them that
Yeah.
have the nostalgia feel that want to see it.
I mean, the year Beauty and the Beast came out on home video, it was the second highest selling home release after Avatar. So they have made a ton of money off the original too.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's what they do though. Like that's why they make remakes, is because they want to make money off of the remake and the old one.
They want to double
Like,
dip. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right?
They want to get their Broadway money, they want to get their live action money, and they want to get their animated money.
Oh,
And they're doing it.
I want to see things on Broadway someday. It'll be fun. I'm
Do I
poor,
get the
but I
merch?
can't.
Do I get the merch?
Well, and that's another thing too, is this when Ashman and Menken came in for The Little Mermaid, they brought very much a New York musical feel to, because even though a lot of the earlier Disney films had some very iconic music, The Little Mermaid felt like a musical in the way that most of the earlier stuff didn't. And I know there's people here possibly who hate musicals, but it really brought that to it, and then it felt and Beauty and the Beast even better, I think, really built on that.
Well, yeah, Beauty and the Beast is almost like the music kind of like goes all the way through like an opera does. So yeah, that's what I felt with it. So.
The music was perfect for this. Yeah.
I really
and Gaston's voice, the voice actor who did Gaston. Oh, kudos, man! That is just the perfect voice. Such
His
an
singing,
over-the-top pompous moron. It's just great.
Yeah. I really like.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Speaking of over-the-top pompous morons, no, I'm sorry. I don't have anybody to
Dare you?
I really like the animation in this a lot. Like I studied animation in college, and even just like the backgrounds are drawn like really beautifully and everything.
When she goes into the West Wing for the first time and she goes into his dark room, the paintings in the background, the matte paintings on that, don't look realistic at all, but they look so beautiful and so set the mood. It's really, really well done.
But let's talk specifically about that scene. I mean, at the end of the day, don't touch my stuff.
Yeah, yeah, she was wrong. She was in the wrong. No,
there was one rule.
One rule. What does she do?
Come on now.
Breaks the
she got exactly what she deserved for
true.
going in there.
Here, don't open this box. Here's a box. Don't open this box.
Has anyone read?
Don't touch my rose.
Has anyone read the book? Like the original? Like I haven't. I thought about it one time, but I don't know. It's probably like French and translated or something. So like I don't know.
I've never read that.
I never read the book.
It was kind of interesting to try to watch it with the mindset of I have to rate this movie because I've seen it so many times that like I thought going into it, I knew I'm like, oh, this is what I'll rate it. And then when you watch it with the intention of I have to give this a score, you're like, oh, well, I hadn't thought about like, and just, I don't know, just when we watched it, I think it's probably one of the first times that I've actually sat down and watched it like on a nice, big screen TV with nice sound and like actually paid attention to stuff. And I'm like, I remember when this part used to scare the crap out of me as a kid, like gave me nightmares as a child. And like now just like how different it is. I don't know. It was neat.
My one thing, when I was a kid, I just did not understand why the Beast turned into a man again. Like I couldn't understand it when I was a kid at all. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Love.
Yeah.
Super.
Like, why did he change?
Let's dissect that a little bit. So the witch who put the curse on the castle curses an 11-year-old boy for being a brat, because it had been 10 years and he's only 21 when he stops.
And let me tell you, that portrait did not look like an 11-year-old boy.
No, I wonder if he stopped aging.
That's what I thought.
I would feel like he was 21 already and then he stopped aging when he turned into
It said it was 21st birthday. So
there's a lot of interesting theories out there. One of the theories that I was reading about was exactly because there becomes a lot of beings in the castle, and exactly how many servants did they have in the?
How many children did Mrs. Potts have? And then at the end, there's only Chip. Where'd the rest of the kids go? She's old
Let's
enough
talk
to
about
be
the fact.
grandma. She's an old lady, and he's like a 6-year-old little boy.
Okay, now let's think about that. He's a 6-year-old boy, and 10 years. Where's Mr. Potts? What's going on in the cupboard is what I want to know.
He looked a lot like Cogsworth.
There's some interesting things going on in that castle.
I think that was another reason I didn't like the live action. I did not like the faces that they put. They made everything look almost like uncomfortably human.
Yeah.
Like the beast looked like a human buffalo. Like he was not scary enough to be like a beast. He just was a weird looking. His teeth were almost like straight with a couple of tusks, and I was like, no, just no.
I thought the opening, I'd forgotten, because we watched this in theaters when it came out. And I'm sure I saw it a handful of times when my twins were young. But I've probably not sat down and watched it in at least 20 years. And certainly this is the first time I've watched it in high definition since I first saw it on a movie screen. And some of the animation is just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening, they do the opening sequence with the stained glass windows. Instead of trying to tell the story in animation, they tell it in almost like a storyboard fashion. And I thought that worked beautifully well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the layers in the opening scene with the animation too. Like you could see the depth to it. Like it was really good, like 3D in cartoon. Like, I don't know. I was just really impressed with that and the way that things moved.
I do miss the old-fashioned cell animation that Disney has left behind. I love stuff too when done well, but I think, was it The Princess and the Frog? Was that their last one? I think it may have been.
I didn't watch that one. I don't know.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, animation. Oh, I love it. And yeah, like when they're hand drawn, you can always tell the difference between when they do it computer. Like it's so good, and like painting the cells and all that stuff. It's,
it is
old school.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go through a couple comments we have here. Adam, of course.
It's a musical. Adam hates music.
We'll see exactly where he's at. Rebecca says the musical numbers are timeless. Adam says he can't stand the Beauty and the Beast theme song, but then he admits he doesn't like music to begin with.
I can't stand the pop version. I do like Angela Lansbury's version, though.
Oh, come on. Regina Bell, Peebo Bryson.
I mean, Peebo.
Exactly.
Celine Dion, come on.
It is a tale as old as time. So
it's in there's a Bible story. Nebuchadnezzar turns into a beast in the Bible. So that's
Wendigo.
Old Testament. Yeah. So yeah.
It's an even older story, older than time. Okay, well let's throw some numbers at this since we're at 35 minutes already.
All right.
It's. I mean, The Little Mermaid was Disney's comeback after a pretty lax period of doing The Rescuers and not bad films, but their animation had really gotten tepid.
Bob Newhart. No,
I love Bob Newhart. You want to talk about made-for-TV movie?
Rescuers Down Under. No, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think maybe you have to go clear back to, I don't know. The Jungle Book is probably the last, I think, great golden age Disney animated film. Some people might argue Robin Hood, but I think Robin Hood's not quite up to that level. And The Little Mermaid brought it back, and then Beauty and the Beast perfected it. That was sort of the peak of this era of Disney animation. Aladdin is better in some ways, but isn't as cohesive as a whole movie the way Beauty and the Beast is to me. And it's not perfect, but it's dang close. So it's a 98.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't even know how to follow a 98.
We've had a few hundreds on this show.
Have we? Oh, I wasn't going to give it a 98. Like, I do like it, but at the same time, like I said, when I was a kid, I did not understand why, because I thought it would be better if it ended kind of like Edward Scissorhands did, where they didn't get together, you know, in the story. I'm sorry, but
Spoiler.
Happy ending on a cartoon.
when I was a kid, like this came out in like 91,
Yeah.
and I don't know how old I was. I was very young. Math.
That's not how it really would have happened.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe not when I was 5, but like, yeah, around there. Like, I was just like, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
I like it. I like it.
Anyway, but the art and the music, like, it is wonderful still. Like, I'm not gonna give it a 98, but I'm gonna go with 89.
No, you do the old flip flop.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure.
All right, Stacy.
How would Reagan rate it?
I wish I knew. Oh my gosh, this is Reagan's favorite movie from when she was a little girl. I told you last week, I'm not Reagan, I'm Belle. And for Christmas, I got her a whole trunk load of princess dresses and wigs from the Disney store and Toys R Us. She wore that Belle wig every single day, all day. She did not wear the Belle dress, just her underwear in the Belle wig. I don't know why. That's how she was Belle. The dress was too much for her, too real, I think. She was able to pretend better without that. So I don't know what she'd rate it, and I didn't ask her. And my rating is an 87 from watching it again. I've only seen it full on 2 or 3 times. Wade and I saw it. It was our first movie we saw together. And that's why I hate the theme song, Beauty and the Beast. It's stupid. It could not be our wedding song because it was stupid. So ours was
You don't want him to be the
the
beast?
one from Aladdin. I called him that. It was,
Just with
it
one
was our
step
little
ahead of the
thing for a
deadline?
while. So no, not that one. I forget what it's, A Whole New World or something like that. I
Whole
don't
new
know.
world.
But
Yes.
I can show you the
Yeah.
world.
That one. Yeah, that's our song.
That's
From our
Regina.
wedding.
Shining, shimmering. Then the groomsman passed out.
Splendor. Yeah. And then, yeah, he did. Anyway, so I just know the music by heart because of listening to Reagan watch it over and
Nancy
over.
Wilson in this?
From the musical she was in, it's a lot. So I give it an 87.
All right, an 87. Brittany.
I liked this movie. I definitely think there was some plot holes that were really frustrating for a cartoon Disney movie that I didn't understand. But it was good. I liked it a lot. I liked rewatching it as an adult in high def. I love the music. I sing it all the time. It was actually kind of frustrating. I quote movies even just like not the songs, like just the whole movie. I can like quote by heart, and so then I'm quoting it while Richard's trying to watch it, and I'm doing all the voices and all the yeah. And so it was not a good time for that. I don't think Prince Adam is attractive in any stretch of the imagination. He's just not. I'm like, you should have just stayed a beast. Like,
I agree.
you're not a good looking dude.
He looked like a pretty boy.
He was gross. I don't know.
What's his name?
Adam.
Oh,
He has a
that
name?
explains it.
He has a name.
That explains it
yeah.
all.
Nice for her to find that out instead of keeping referring to him as the Beast.
He has a name.
I really
Lady
like
of Adam doesn't make that
him
make
the
sense.
Beast.
And I think
I always told Reagan his name was Robert.
no, his name is not Robert. But I would say a 91.
Look at that.
Oh,
Matching scores.
Richard says yes. It's a timeless.
Brittany,
music
how
is
did you find out his name?
I don't
Nostalgia
remember.
speaks for itself.
Maybe it was in the credits.
I know Gilligan's first name.
Me too.
Cosmo.
Exactly.
See, both of my twins had the toy magic mirrors as kids.
Yep.
Where you'd push the button and say,
Aw.
"Show me the beast. I love you."
Oh, nice. Wow.
Rebecca says, I know it's a
I-
classic, but watching it now as an adult, I'm not as entertained. Not the movie's fault.
Yeah.
74 for her.
I had I had my binky for a very, very long time. And in order to get rid of my binky, I went around and asked all of my family members to give me $1. If they gave me $1, I would give up my binky. So I made some money that way. Pretty smooth.
Wow.
Young
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
that was great.
Of course, this was like 4 months ago.
Yeah. I had a very strong like I called, my cousin took my binky and I called 911. Like I had a very, very strong attachment to my binky.
Wow.
But
Wow.
with my $9, I bought a Belle doll, like just a hollowed out rubber plastic doll thing. And my grandpa had come over to visit, and it was right after my parents split, and so my mom didn't have any money. Like our Christmas tree was just real sad and pathetic. We didn't have a star topper, and so my grandpa had me close my eyes, and he took my Belle doll and put it on top of the tree, and she was our star that year
Oh, that's great.
in the
That's
yellow
cute.
dress. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Belle is one of my least favorite Disney princesses, though.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right.
Like she can read.
I have seen this a few times. I never saw it with my son. By an ex-girlfriend who had a younger sister, and I remember watching it to death with her. It was always on for some reason, and I think Eric really liked it. So I think I might have seen it with Eric once or twice. I don't think it's a 98 in my book. Dave's book, it definitely is. In my book, it is timeless, and it is a great movie. It's a great story, and I'm going to give it a 90. And my mom gives it an 80 as well. She gave both movies tonight an 80.
Oh, that.
And then we go to
Crazy.
Schlumbacher.
So yeah, I mean it's a classic. There's no doubt about that. To me, there's the three big classics that came out in this era, which were Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. For me, Aladdin was everything. I was just all over that movie, and maybe because it's more of a male lead and this is more of a female lead, I don't know. This obviously still works. This is still endlessly entertaining, but it's probably my least favorite of the three. But still awesome. So I ended up at 86. Obviously, everybody should watch this movie 1,000 times. But are there better animated movies? Yeah, maybe. But obviously, and I think this is one of those, and this is one of those things that over 31 years, some of those songs have grown tired for me, where it's not as magical anymore. When you hear the theme, when Angela Lansbury starts to bust it out. But there are songs in other movies from this era that I never tire of. So while great, I've had the gray stuff. It's okay. It's delicious. So I think they oversold that a little bit. But yeah, but great movie. So cool.
So what is the greatest line from the movie? The greatest line from the movie
Interesting.
promises you don't intend to keep.
Yes,
That was
Yes.
just absolutely hysterical.
that was great.
Oh, this one hurts.
Speaking of promises,
I was gonna say this one really hurts.
It's a musical. Adam hates musicals.
I mean, it is even more of an opera than the musicals are too. So
It's a rom-com. It's an
Yeah.
animated movie, and
Yeah.
it's a musical.
wow, that's a trifecta for Adam.
Oof.
And can you think of another movie that managed to fit expectorating in the lyrics to a song?
Oh, this might not be stream appropriate, but it's really funny.
Oh, this is funny what Brittany just shared.
Oh, you should watch it. I don't know if it's
I don't think it's. I
appropriate.
think it should be okay.
It's hilarious. I sing this song. I know this song like word for word. I sing it all the time, but it's addresses Beauty and the Beast, and it's really funny.
All right.
So
You guys want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah. If
I warned you, just so you know.
I probably heard it before because like she said, she sings things like this all the time. So.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
You've ever wondered why Disney tales all end in lies? Here's what happened after all their dreams came true. I loved being princess down in this beautiful ocean blue. But mermaids are going missing. They end up in someone's stew. So just try to put yourself into somebody else's gills. You're killing my ecosystem with fishing and oil spills. Oh no. Thank you, BP. Thank you, BP. Thank you, BP. Thank you, BP. The British are killing, oil is spilling. Now I can't see. My eyes. Chinamen feast on flounder spins. Plus the Japanese killed all my whale friends. Oceans are browning. I think I'm drowning thanks to BP. You suck. Hey, I'm okay, but I'm slightly scared. My husband's a mark for the war on terror. Aladdin was taken by the CIA. We're not Taliban, you've got the wrong man. In Guantanamo Bay, Prince Ali Wiggity be drowning in Wawa. Interrogation from the nation of the free. Bin Laden's taken the fall. We're not trained pilots at all. You're foreign crazy and no one put up a fuss. We're for freedom, GE conventions. Bush was crazy, Obama's lazy. Al-Qaeda's not in this country. Set free, my prince. A whore. This town's gone wild since I married Adam. They
There you
think
go.
I'm going straight to hell. She'll burn in hell. But the charge is laid on me of bestiality. Could wind up getting me thrown in a cell. She is a wee. Oh, I'm overrun by madmen. I hear they plan to burn me at the stake. We'll cry that Belle must die. Did you believe I'm Satan? And now I hear that Peter's gonna take my beast away. After John Smith traveled back to England, I helped my people cultivate the fields. More English, French, and Spaniards came to visit, and they greeted us with guns and germs and steel. They forced us into unknown lands of exile. They pillaged, raped, and left us all for dead. So now I'm far more liberal with a weapon when I separate their bodies from their heads. White. What? Have you ever held the entrails of an English guy, or bit the beating hearts of Spanish men? Can you shoot an arrow in some French guy's eye? Sacre bleu! Can you paint with the red colors in these men? Adios, amigos. I can murder if I please, 'cause I'm dying of disease. I can paint with the red colors in these men. Thanks to BP, where's Prince Ali? Bestiality. I've got STD.
Wow. Wow.
Pretty
He
good.
tears apart all the happy endings of Disney movies.
Nice.
Like, I mean, it's funny.
Oh.
Adam liked these ones better, if that counts for anything.
And
Oh,
Cody's like, what on
Oh.
earth?
Little Mermaid and Aladdin are my top Disney movies. I love them so much. Yeah,
I think I was a Pocahontas.
I have to think about that.
I didn't like it one so much.
All right, so we got 9 minutes before Adam's going to go. So real quick in review, Rocketeer coming in at an 82.11
Oh, it
time.
beat out Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast actually dropping all the way to 81.60.
It's not 30.
A 30 doesn't help things. So, all right, but there we go. So in the same ballpark, but in all first pagers, so that's pretty good.
A 60 point swing from that.
Let's go and look at the wheel. All right, back in business. The regular wheel is up, and let's give this a quick shuffle and see who gets to choose next week's movie. Say last time we got to see a movie. Who chose? Adam chose our regular movie last time. But let's find out who gets to choose it this time. Here comes the spin. What's it gonna be?
In it to win it.
My goodness. And it looks like it's Brian.
Oh, I'm so excited.
How exciting.
I am excited.
Do you have something in mind, sir, or do you need a moment?
I just need a moment because I'm excited.
Deep
Talk
breath,
amongst
deep
yourselves.
Oh, all right. I would like to choose Stardust.
Knew you were gonna say that.
Stardust.
Stardust.
Yeah. Good movie.
breath. Stardust.
Stardust.
My favorite
Stardust?
casino.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer. Is that?
Yes. She came to my high school graduation. Yes.
Oh, Stardust.
Her husband actually was born in my town.
Ah,
I think they're still married. Yeah.
Currently
Wait,
streaming on HBO Max.
All right.
So plus obviously
Baby
available.
D. Kelly went to your high school?
What?
Baby D. Kelly went to your high school?
He was born in my town. I
Wow.
don't know if he went to my high school, but his nephew graduated with me. So yeah.
Wow. He's a creator of Ally McBeal.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Calista Flockhart was a young Michelle Pfeiffer. That's why she got the part.
Ah, interesting.
Stacey
All
on
right,
the video.
2007
Oh, look at that.
Stardust.
I
Yeah,
have
we-
it too. Yes, I have the movie. I love it so much.
I think we have the Blu-ray for that.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen this.
Really?
Yeah, this
the
might be
guy,
cool.
the guy
haven't
from
seen it.
Daredevil, is the lead.
My friend Bert went to high school with Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, not that Daredevil. That's a TV show one. I
Charlie
forgot
Cox?
he played Daredevil in a movie.
Charlie
I'm
Cox?
sorry.
So Adam's score of 90. All right, for the longest time, we didn't keep track of who requested every movie. So unfortunately, some of this is lost.
Well,
But
plus
I
some
can-
of the choices were group choices where we
I
just
think
discussed.
That's true. But basically, going back to when I can guarantee say who chose a movie, the 90 matches the highest score. He's only given a non-Adam movie a 90 that wasn't his, and that
Adam
was
says, "Oh, this
Iron
movie."
Man. He gave it.
Ah,
a 90.
Iron Man.
Oh,
So
well, Iron Man. Iron
this
Man's great.
is so this
So
will be a
he likes
tie.
movies with guys who fly.
That must be a theme. That's fantastic. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about TV. So here's the deal. So if you want to suggest what TV show we're going to talk about at the end of the month, you have to have an idea of where we can watch it, maybe a suggestion of what to watch. So I need to know who is interested in being on the TV wheel. We got Brittany. We got Brian. Well, Dan,
Are we
you
allowed to
had
be in it?
Seinfeld, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, but I mean that was executive decision.
All right, I'll put you on. Dave, are you in on this? I'm taking myself out because clearly I chose the monkeys.
It's
Okay,
good.
I'll
to be
take
the king.
myself out.
It's good to
Don't
be
put
the
me
king.
in.
You can put
Dave, are
Richard
you
in
in on
too.
this? Dave, are you in?
I'm in.
You're in.
I think
All
I've got my choice if it comes to me.
Did
So
you
if
put
had a
Richard in there?
choice- Huh?
You can put Richard in there.
Is Richard in here? In on this? All right, I'll put Richard on this. Speak now. If you're in the comments, speak now that say yes, I am ready with an answer, where to watch it, and what you should watch. So Adam or Rebecca or Cody, if you are prepared for this to provide an answer. Adam says yes, he is prepared. We'll give it another moment or two. Richard said he's ready. All right. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go and find out what TV talk we'll be having at the end of the month. I have no idea how this works, but this is a completely look at that. It's a completely different looking wheel. Our random spin wheel. I have no idea.
It's so empty.
It is. It's
Almost
fancy.
Steelers colors.
I don't. Can I have? Do I have a shuffle? Oh, I'm going to shuffle the slices. There, I shuffled the slices.
Does it even change?
All right, we're spinning. We're spinning. I have no idea what's about to happen next. Oh, hold on. There is sound. Hold on. Oh, wait, I messed it up. Hold on. I got to spin it again. There we go. There we go. We need to do the sound effects to make it real. And
Instead of the top.
Richard. Wow, look at that. Well, there is some fanfare. So, Richard, tell us what we're watching or what we're going to be talking about at the end of the month. I'm anxious to hear your suggestion. He said he was ready, so hopefully he'll have some amazing input.
I bet it's Manimal.
Our TV. Oh my! Well, this will be interesting. All right, he says raising hope. So the question is,
It's on Hulu.
Oh my!
That's a Greg Garcia show.
Mm-hmm.
Same guy that did My Name is Earl.
Yep.
Wow.
And the guy that's responsible for me coming up with the hashtag sitcom by 50.
I've seen a few episodes. I never watched it regularly.
So, Brittany, with the list you just sent, is that what you're recommending people should watch?
Yeah, we just picked a couple from all the
These
seasons.
15
You don't have to watch all. There's 22 episodes a season. You don't have to watch all of them. We just picked our favorites.
Wow, that's a lot.
No, you don't have to watch them all. Those are just the best ones.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
You
If
have
you're
to watch
really
the pilot,
interested,
I would say.
Yeah, we put the pilot in there for sure, and then we just picked a couple from each season.
here I'm going to drop it in the regular comments so that we can. There you go.
You don't
So if
have
you
to
want
watch
to, if you have a moment,
Oh my!
in the
Don't
next 2 weeks,
Oh,
pick
Can
all
you
those
send
up.
that to the Facebook groups?
yeah, I'll send it. In the
Brittany, do you remember how far that we got the three of us? Because I don't remember like where I would start. Yeah,
No,
too long ago.
I'll send it in the.
I've never seen an episode of this though, so I will at least watch the pilot. We'll see if we.
Yeah, the pilot's good. I think the only ones that it would be a big deal if you're gonna watch is a season 3. The episode 2 and 3 is like a part 1, part 2. But the rest of them, it doesn't matter which one you pick. We just picked our favorites.
Cool. No, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. So they're Raising Hope, available on Hulu, and we'll make sure that you can find your list. We'll post it on the Facebook page too if you're not in the chat. If you're interested in being on the film festival chat, send us a message on a Facebook page, and we'll make sure you get included. If you're chatting with these people during the week, great fun happens there. Awesome. Well, that's cool. So there we go. So now I know Adam is leaving us, but we can talk for a moment about what else people have been watching. All right. I know Dan has to jump off before too long, so we will quickly discuss what's going on. What else have people been watching?
I did, because I had really watched and enjoyed season 1 of Ted Lasso, but for some reason, when season 2 came out, I was like, I got other things going on. I'm not that interested. And about a week ago, it's like, I want something to watch. And I'm flipping through going, all right, let's watch episode 1 of season 2. I blasted through that in no time. Season 2 was just as brilliant as season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've not watched any Ted Lasso.
Really good. And there's 2 episodes that are like standalone episodes.
Yes, the Christmas one and
And the one where the guy goes out to the bar.
Yep.
And those 2 were done after the fact because Disney Apple TV gave them a bigger order. They're like, we want 2 more. And they're like,
They had
okay.
written 10 episodes, and then they got the order for 2 more, and we're like, okay.
That way, because I think they only did 8 in the first season, so then they did 12 in the second. and they'll do 10 in the third, which might be the final season. The great thing with that show is the guy that plays Roy, Brett Goldstein, I think is his name. He was hired as a writer, and he's a British comedian. And he came out to LA and he was writing. And as he's right before he got on the plane, he's like, I think I'm Roy. Like, I think I can do Roy.
And he is great as Roy.
And he sent an email and he said to the creators and including Jason, and he said, if you find this offensive, act like it never happened. I'm never going to ask you about it. Let's just say it never happened. But I think I'm Roy. And when he landed, he checked his email and they said, you just saved us a ton of time because now we don't have to cast Roy. Congratulations. And he won the freaking Emmy.
Yes.
That's
for Best
awesome.
Supporting Actor.
Wow.
That's crazy. Look,
And
Stacey
Stacey turned into Wade.
Yeah. And Wade
Hey.
joins us after we discuss the plane movie.
Yeah, I know. I was all excited about that. And then she was in Top Gun or Maverick, you know. So it was like, wow, there was like all kinds of extra points in that movie.
Oh, do you have points for either movie? Do you have scores for either movie?
So I'll give I know Rocketeer was kind of corny, but you know, it had a little bit of everything in it and a lot of planes, so I'm going to give it a 90.
Nice.
That's a pretty typical. We had a lot of scores around there for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. And then Beauty and the Beast. I mean, I still I love the movie, but you could tell 30 years later that the animation is a little. You could tell it's a little older compared to what we have today, but it's still good. So I'll give it a 90 also.
Nice.
Well, I might move both. Let's go move them both up a little bit.
Yeah, give him a little scooch.
Okay, good.
Nice.
It would have been very helpful if you gave them an 84 and an 80 or whatever. But that's okay.
Okay.
So I will say I've been watching the second season of Murderers in the Building.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's out tonight, right?
wonderful.
It is so good.
I mean, maybe better than the first season. Even I'm so
Maybe.
in
I
love with
thought-
what.
I thought
I
we
was
would
thinking-
had only watched like 3 episodes of season 2. It's like 6 or 7. What?
Yeah,
Because they're so good.
yeah, they're delicious. Honestly, I would say it's every bit as good. Every bit as good as the first.
I would
season.
agree.
Yeah.
And I love Amy Schumer taking over Sting's apartment.
Yeah.
It's true.
I love
Kristen and I watched Push with Chris Hemsworth and
Is that
Dakota Fanning when she was really little.
yeah, I think I've seen that. It's like they have powers or something.
Yeah, it was super like it was not a movie that I would have pictured Chris Hemsworth being in. It was weird. It was good though.
I did watch The Gray Man, which is the
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
yeah. It's okay. If you like a pretty much average action movie,
Oh, I love average action
it
movies.
fits the bill. It's not great. It's not
I
bad.
look forward to it then.
You know, it is funny. It is fun seeing Chris Evans in a villainous role. That's all he sinks his teeth into it pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched The Terminal Man, Chris Pratt's series?
No, but I heard that was really good.
I want to watch it. I was curious if anybody had heard.
I'm
anything.
trying
Is
to
that where he
finish.
plays Tom Hanks and he's stuck in an airport?
No, I thought it was an old,
No.
he plays an old computer programmer who still works on a terminal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's the net. It's Sandra Bullock on the net.
Yeah, there you go.
Eric, what else are you watching? Aren't you in season 4 of something?
I am in season 4 of Seinfeld. I continue my massive rewatch of Seinfeld, and we've reached mid-season 4.
The contest.
I just finished the contest like 2 nights ago. So good.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice
so Wade,
It moved it from
Rocketeer, and Beauty and the Beast both gonna bump into the second column.
Nice.
Oh,
That,
it's next to The Fugitive. Wow,
yeah.
that's the old Fugitive, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
93.
No.
No, that's the
No,
movie.
I mean, it's not the
Just-
it's the movie, but it's not the show. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. Yes,
There you
The
go.
Fugitive is good.
So yeah, that was the other thing. In Beauty and the Beast, they had a much better fall.
He did fall for
He did
sure.
fall. He had a great fall.
I have recorded The Old Man, but I haven't watched any episodes yet. But it's a must watch.
Okay.
Anybody else watching Better Call Saul? Final season.
I am not. My wife and son are.
I never even watched Breaking Bad, so
my son watched Breaking Bad.
I watched one episode of Breaking Bad.
I do love Bob Odenkirk, though. I think he's excellent, but I haven't watched any of Better Call Saul.
I've heard it's good, but I don't know.
Doctor Who. I watched Doctor Who.
First base.
Which one?
I'm on season. Oh shoot!
What Doctor?
Yeah, the third one. So it's 11, maybe. I don't remember.
Is it Matt Smith or?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Those are good. Those are good. We like them.
I like.
So we got an old.
Yeah.
We got an old Doctor Who game. Old Doctor Who trivia game, and there was a question in it. It was like about one of the old ones, and my daughter was really into Doctor Who, but she's like, I don't know. That's a question for a Sheemer.
Wrong.
Yeah. That's great.
I watched the old Baker era episodes back when he had the iconic scarf and everything. They're fun.
Yeah. I watched those.
I can't find any of the black and white ones at all.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. But I've been watching the ones on HBO.
Okay.
So it's exciting. Yeah.
Interesting to see how the new Doctor is. I wasn't a real big Whittaker fan. She wasn't bad, but I liked. I don't know. Somehow it didn't work for me.
We didn't watch those. Emma was not into it, so she didn't buy them. So we didn't watch them because we didn't have them.
I don't know. Some of the bad guys in it, I think, are like really creepy. Like the Weeping Angels are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So creepy. So creepy.
And I don't like the silence ones either. Those guys are messed up.
I don't like any of them.
Yeah.
Those
Cybermen.
The Cybermen.
That would be such a good Halloween costume, though.
Oh my god, it's a noise.
I love that.
It'd be easier than Dalek.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
way easier.
Those are funny.
Yeah, the Daleks are funny. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like Capaldi. The big problem with after Capaldi left and Whittaker came on, they also changed writers and showrunners. And I think that was the big problem. I don't think it was Whittaker per se. I think it was just the change in the show's overall mood and feel.
So is that the next one?
No, she's the one who just ended.
Just ended. Okay, so I haven't made it that far yet. Okay.
There's a new one that's already been cast, but they haven't come out yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you still have Capaldi.
You still have Capaldi, who's interesting. He has a very interesting.
Yeah,
take.
that was pretty good.
He made the deliberate. He said he made the deliberate decision going in to remember that he's an alien, and don't make him quite so human. Yeah,
interesting.
I love how whimsical it is. That's why I'm really loving it. And it's just kind of out there sometimes. And
some episodes are really whimsical, and some just are
dark.
Are dark indeed. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Are You My Mummy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
What was that Stephen Moffat?
Stephen Moffat.
He does some
creepy
dark ones.
Yeah, those are creepy. Eric, did you put up any of the pictures of Reagan and her?
I did not. I wasn't sure that was.
Oh yes, that's why I sent them to you.
Here, I'll share. Hold on.
Okay.
We're
watching our cat. She's acting weird. So.
Oh, there's little Reagan.
Oh,
look at that. There's not so little Reagan.
Gaston.
There she is as a pepper shaker, and there she is as a villager.
Oh my gosh, how funny!
That's awesome. There's a history there.
Yeah, it's a big history.
She's gonna be so sad that she missed this discussion.
I think I sent her video clips. I was taping on my phone, recording on my phone and sending her clips. She's, why did you send so many? I said, I didn't remember what your favorite part was.
Send her the whole movie.
Well, she has the whole movie, but I just wanted her to share in the experience.
So Brittany, what is Love Comes Softly?
It's super cheesy Hallmark Jeanette Oak.
Oh, okay.
Like super. I don't know. It had oh, what's her face?
I heard of her.
The girl from The Ringer. Catherine somebody.
Zeta Jones.
Yeah.
Catherine somebody.
I don't know
Sure.
if Zeta Jones would be on
Pepper?
Hallmark.
Catherine Heigl.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Catherine Heigl is in it. I don't know if there was really anybody else that I like recognized. One of them has January Jones, and then one of them has Haley Duff, I think. Yeah, some of the older ones, but yeah, I binge watched. Ended up being like 10 of them, but
Looks
I
like
think
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
That's Jeanette.
I was never allowed to watch that as a kid. They wouldn't let
I
me stay
loved
up.
that show.
Brian.
Why were you not allowed to watch Dr.
Scandalous.
Quinn?
It was
They were like,
scandalous.
go to bed, Brian. This is our show. I
Dogs
could
are
never
watching.
watch
This is
it.
way too adult for you.
Yeah, it was sad.
It's because it was at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it was.
Could be.
Love Comes Softly is based on novels by Jeanette Oak.
But yeah, Jeanette Oak novels, but they made a bunch of Hallmark movies, and I actually own like the 10-pack.
Oh, that's funny.
So they're like DVD, like they're terrible
But for
quality.
your birthday, you're not watching all of those for your birthday.
I can't talk. I have family members who bought the Murder She Baked DVD set. So
Oh my word.
Wow.
Oh, those
So
books
they're
are
the ones
terrible.
that bought that copy. No, I'm kidding. Hey, so I wanted to bring this up last week, and we ran out of time, which was the announcements made at Comic-Con about the Marvel Phase 5 and 6.
I haven't heard
for
anything.
Marvel fans, have you been
boy.
paying attention to
then
this?
the announcements of the new Daredevil series and
This is the look at Phase 5, which includes Quantum Mania, Secret Invasion, Echo, Guardians of the Galaxy, Loki Season 2, The Marvels, Blade, Ironheart, Daredevil, Agatha, new Captain America, and the Thunderbolts.
and Howard the Duck too.
He's fine. It's so
That's
much.
how it all ends.
It better have Leah Thompson in it.
You know, I've been dubbing a lot. I have a whole bunch of VHS stuff that I dubbed, and I found some episodes of Caroline in the City.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh man.
That was good.
He was adorable in that. But you know, following Disney on this was the Disney Twitter feed, Instagram feed, I guess.
I am Groot.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of content coming.
Interesting.
So much Marvel content between now
So,
and 2026.
It said Fantastic Four.
Yep,
I
Fantastic
thought they didn't
Four
have the
will
rights.
start Phase 6.
Oh no, when they
Phase-
bought Fox, they got the rights.
Oh,
Yeah.
The same way they got
You
X
go on
Men.
YouTube and you find
And isn't
90s
that,
retro TV.
John
Eric has a new
Krasinski.
channel.
Well, the people are lobbying for John Krasinski to be
I
cast,
don't
and he got a
think- I don't
cameo,
think it's gonna be
but
him.
they still haven't announced casting yet.
Well, they
Is it-
cameoed him. I feel like you can't. I don't like when they do that, when they change the character of somebody.
Well, he was in a different multiverse.
That's a different universe.
Yeah, and he got killed. So
All right, fair enough.
Although the best of that was in WandaVision, when they had her two different had her other brother from the X-Men movies. That was brilliant.
Yes.
I just recently watched the newest Spider-Man.
No
and
Way
they had
Home?
like the other two
Oh,
Spider-Man.
you just watched?
I just watched it.
That
Yeah.
was so good.
I
That
have
movie
not
was
seen
funny.
the newest Venom yet, but I just watched the newest Spider-Man.
Don't. Just don't.
I have to go, everybody.
Watch
Oh,
it
alright.
with Morbius in a double
Hi,
feature.
Dan.
Yeah.
That's
Bye,
right.
Dan.
Bye,
Everybody,
Dan.
see you
We'll
next
share
time.
later. Share.
Okay.
Good night.
Oh,
Dan brought up that I started this crazy, stupid YouTube channel. So if you ever wondered what it was like to come over to my house in the 90s and watch YouTube, watch TV with Eric, this is the experience. It is. I've found it's endless clips from the 90s that I'm putting on YouTube at this. It's so bad. There's so many things. There's just so much going on here. If you want clips from the Rosie O'Donnell show, the Keenan Ivory Wayne show, specials about Friends and MC Hammer clips and show interviews. It's a flashback to the 90s. And a lot of this has the commercials still in it, so it's ridiculous. But you know, if you want to, I don't know, see what life was like in 1992.
I have one for you because this was one of my twins' all-time favorite series from 1997. It has never been released on home video, to the best of my knowledge.
Ooh.
Teen Angel. They love that show.
I remember that.
I feel like I remember this.
Oh, this, yeah. It was on TGIF, right? When that was a thing.
I think you are right. Yes.
I feel like I remember this show.
Did you watch TGIF, Brittany?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. I didn't know if it was like before your time.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch was on there.
Oh yeah, Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. TGIF.
We tried to look up Moonlighting, but you can't find it anywhere streaming.
Yeah, it's just, and it used to be on some random oddball channel, but it's long gone now.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Season 1 on DVD, but that's all I've got.
Boy Meets
Bruce Willis probably has them all now.
Maybe Bruce Willis bought up all the rights and refuses to have it released.
Probably. We don't want that out there.
Well, we know that Bruce has been cashing in for the past couple of years.
Well, that's till he medically retired for now, but yes.
But I think if he could make money off of releasing Moonlighting, he would.
That is probably true.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying Sybil Shepherd bought up the rights?
If she had the money, I would believe it. But I think she's probably watching her dollars. I don't think she's worked much since.
Step by Step.
Yes.
Boy Meets World, Family Matters, Dinosaurs.
All right. So, okay, when I was a kid, I gotta find the.
I'm the baby.
Yeah, not the mama. Yeah, I watched TGIF.
Oh yeah, TGIF was awesome. I'm searching right now for. There was this show when I was a kid, and it'd be 90s. I want to see if I can find it. The theme song.
I don't think I knew Wife Swap was TGIF. Oh no, that's post TGIF.
Fellas, that was when Brian was sent to bed. Then they could watch Wife Swap.
I had an early. Time. I found it. All right.
I did hear they're doing a Max Headroom reboot.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
With Matt Brewer.
Why?
I don't know if anybody watched that, but I put it in.
I think the reason in the '80s that it was kind of so jumpy and everything made it good. I don't think they could do that now. It'd be too perfect.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Let me see if this is gonna.
Did you ever watch that?
That's terrible. This weekend is.
Whoa, dude! Yes,
he nailed it.
What is it?
Dude.
Hey, dude.
I don't remember. Hey, dude.
I had to watch that.
I don't want to play too much of the song. I get us shut off.
You might.
You make a home out of the rain.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, and I just remembered another one.
This is interesting. The opening for the first scripted Nickelodeon show, Hey Dude.
And that's a reference back to Yesterday, which we watched on the movie.
That was what it made me think of too.
So it's like Saved by the Bell in Texas.
Saved by the Bell.
No, I don't think so.
I never saw it.
Sold. Okay. I'm sold. I want to watch it immediately. Why isn't that on DVD?
Because it wasn't that good.
Have you seen some of the stuff that's out on DVD?
It's true. It's true. Awesome. Well, all right. Well, I think we've got a lot to watch. There's a lot of episodes of Raising Hope you can watch this month. So let's see. Thankfully, you've got till the 29th. So you've got 27 days to watch some episodes of Raising Hope. But for next Monday, we're going to watch Stardust.
Yes.
Which I brought from the live.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Stardust.
I have never seen Stardust.
Oh, Brittany just saw it.
Salute your shirts.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon back in the day. That was funny.
No, Raising Hope episodes are quick. They're like 20 minutes. They're super fast.
That was before
Oh
Nick
my
at Night.
It was. I think it was before Nick at Night. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember Nick at Night.
Nick at Night was great. You got to see some of those old shows you hadn't seen in forever. Oh, it was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Well, for me, they were shows that I had never seen before.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
they were, that was cool.
I didn't get to watch it until later because when I was real young, my parents took away Nickelodeon from me. Yeah.
Oh.
They would rather me watch Disney stuff.
Nickelodeon and Dr. Quinn, huh?
Yeah.
Too
Well,
risky.
there was other one.
All too
My
risky.
sister always watched 90210, and I was not allowed to watch that. Or
man.
the other one.
Melrose
Yeah, you're missing
Place.
out. You should go watch
Melrose
reruns of those.
Place.
I'm glad this hasn't scarred you.
Oh no, I'm fine. Baywatch. Baywatch.
I'm not
I was not allowed to watch Baywatch.
No,
I'm
don't
fine.
watch Baywatch.
I'm fine. Eventually, I'll have my revenge.
It's all good.
When
No.
the guy from the loony bin is at the door drumming his fingers like this in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, he was so creepy looking. Let's just talk about that for a second. That guy was like green.
So you want me to lock him up?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want her to marry
Guy-
you?
I love it. Like what? He's so creepy.
The guy who did it in the musical Reagan was in was really creepy too.
Yeah,
it
he
was
was really-
weird.
He was good.
Funny.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch the one with one of the Olsen twins? It was called Beastly. It was 2011. I sent the IMDb link in the chat earlier. That was one that I liked. It was a really fun. It had Vanessa Hudgens in it. It was Mary Kate Olsen.
And she was, oh wow, look at that. I didn't
Well,
know
it was
this.
good as that.
Oh.
Dakota
That might have to be one that I put on my EriDan list just because we watched Beauty and the Beast. But that was a fun one. I really liked it. It was like, I don't know. It was
I
cool.
remember watching the Beauty and the Beast TV show. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I watch that sometimes.
the
It was
Can't
Beastly.
hear anything.
the woman looked a lot like Stacy in college.
Oh.
and
I
Ron
I
Perlman.
remember the trailer for this, but I didn't watch it, I don't think.
Yeah,
How about-
he's like this super popular pretty boy. And
Yeah.
Mary Kate Olsen's like, she's like the witch, but she's like really pretty. She's just a super unpopular girl at school. So then he gets all like weird tattoos all over him. And his dad like kicks him out of the house and ships him away and hides him because he's gross.
Then he makes a fortune in a punk band.
Yeah.
That's so
How about the Aladdin TV show? That was 90s, wasn't it? They had
Yeah, I
a
think
cartoon
it
Aladdin.
Oh,
Yeah.
cartoons, yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
watched the Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas one.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Reagan
That
hated
one I
that
watched.
too. She did not like the organ.
See, doesn't she look like Stacy in that?
No, the organ was so creepy.
Yeah, Reagan hated that. She wouldn't watch it by herself.
He was scary, dude.
It was.
There she
That
is.
guy's scary too.
It's nothing like
in
me.
college.
Oh my
And we
gosh.
just watched a Ron Perlman movie a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
wow.
He did well.
You ever
I
seen a
didn't
cat
I
that
didn't
looks
even know
like
that was a thing, a TV show. Huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
really.
yeah.
It was briefly really popular because women were all like, "Oh, he's so sensitive," and it just became a cultural thing for like a year maybe, and then it sort of faded.
Kind of like all those girls like in vampires now.
Exactly. It was kind of like the whole vampire thing,
Right.
5-10 years
Yeah.
ago.
That's awesome.
I've never been able to watch it, and I don't know where to find it, but there was a live action Spider-Man at one time. And I would love to watch that.
I've seen clips from it. I haven't seen the show,
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw that or not.
but it's hard to beat the theme song from the old animated Spider-Man.
Oh, they were great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right.
All right, everybody. Get to watching. Get to watching. Lots to watch. Lots to do. Monday night. Back on Monday. So it's a short week. So
Okay.
I hope you all love the
Already have
movie.
it.
I have seen
Sure
it. I'm not scared.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've never seen this movie, Brian.
Really? Well, I watched it the first time with Richard, I'm pretty sure. So
Oh wow.
Oh,
On
interesting.
your
That's
bro
a pretty-
date.
Maybe, I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Brittany's gone. Let's watch
There were-
Stardust.
No, I think it was actually before. Well, it was when you first started dating. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there were
I'll
other
show
people.
you
but
how
I
to
just remember
romance
Richard.
her. Let's watch this movie. This will
I think
teach
Cody
you all
was
the
there.
things you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cody was there, but he left early. I did movie nights all the time. Like, it was a
Wow.
thing. Brittany wanted people to go to Panera Bread. Not Panera. What's that place?
Perkins.
Perkins.
Oh.
She wanted people to go to Perkins, and
I used
then
to love
had,
their apple dumplings.
their pie was great. Oh,
Their pie still is great.
well, that one burned down, so I haven't had it in years.
Well,
Oh,
come back
geez.
and visit because they reopened.
Oh, all right.
I think I'm gonna watch Beastly. I think I'm gonna go do that right now.
Really?
Doesn't it looks good.
I want to finish the Rocketeer.
It looks so bad.
I
no,
really
it
liked.
was so fun. You need to watch
Love
it.
is never ugly.
Help watch it and tell me what you think, or I'm gonna make it an EriDan movie
A
anyway.
modern day take on Beauty and the Beast, where a New York teen is transferred into a hideous monster in order to find true love.
See, it sounds like a setup of a joke, though. Love is never ugly. ...
Love is never
You're an
ugly.
exception, kind of thing. You know?
Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen one of the Olsen twins without the other. So this will
Yeah,
be,
that is weird.
that
It was interesting. It was, I don't know, I enjoyed it. It was a fun take on it.
I'm so curious now. And Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, she's good. See, you need to watch it. Just humor
Dakota
yourself
Johnson.
into it.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. It would be interesting. The IMDb rating is 5.5 out of 10.
See, that's where you're like, should I?
Just watch it.
Love is never
Because even if it's terrible, then you now have new material to make fun of
I
something.
do enjoy a terrible movie.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Proven that. Yeah.
win-win.
yeah.
I'm okay with terrible. Like, you know. So yeah,
But there is a point where you just can't anymore. We used to watch them in college, like really, really bad movies, and there are ones that you just can't even make fun of it because you're just like, really?
And they were all directed by Michael Bay.
I mean, I have seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes probably 20 times. So I mean,
used to watch the cartoon. I used to watch the cartoon.
Oh,
so,
I've never really watched the cartoon.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
I've
don't remember
one a lot.
Neil Patrick Harris being in this. I don't remember
In
that.
what?
In Beastly.
Really?
Yeah, he's listed
Oh.
as the cast in Beastly. I don't remember him being there.
Yep, he's Will. He plays Will.
Will
It's very
I'll have to watch it
interesting. Dakota Johnson.
Keenan
Peter
Thompson?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson and Peter Krause are both in it. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah,
The
see,
movie
now
that
you need to watch
keeps
it.
giving.
All right, my phone's dying. I gotta go.
All right, everybody have a great week. We'll see you Monday night.
All right.
Enjoy your week, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.